things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Justin Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon's offense takes the field to start this game off. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
The give from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Smith wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him this time. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it accurate.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked him right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do, get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Thomas looking to fire. Hauls it in. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. New set of downs after the completion. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Oh, there's an alley to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. They'll throw it from the red zone, using the quick game. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. This time they'll go to the running game. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Quickly complete. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Thomas back to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are
into the secondary on the right. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Washington.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes
he lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. The quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Thomas looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Vincent. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Washington. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
Going for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
And this one is perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Thomas back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On the run, it's Vincent. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. This one's complete. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Heading to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Lost a pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Touch pass on the right. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Wide out trying to get it in.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on third down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on foot.
Big fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
So now it's second and long. Thomas looking to fire. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Oh, he makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Good, right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Smith dropping to pass. Pulls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. It's on target and complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Rush is on him. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
Across the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Big guy smells it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ducks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. comes the Illini offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The chains now on 2nd and long. Thomas back to pass. Right on target this time. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Richardson.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Under fire. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Let's go! Let's go! From the gun. Give on the inside. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Never a doubt. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 8 over Kennesaw State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Toss to the outside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Smith wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Griffin. Snowed under by the defense.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You take that completion.
Power football with the run. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
Got his man on the right. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Vincent. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Got it! Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now,
and the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Swings it out to his running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Thomas looking to fire. Gets it out fast. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Gives it on the option. Nice move there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Illini. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Thomas back to pass. It's complete to the right. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Finds him out of the backfield. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Wide receiver going in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Vincent. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston.
Smacks it with the stiff arm. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Thomas looking to fire. And as he throws. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Fighting Illini with mere inches to gain on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man, it's Murphy. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Illinois looking to pay things off on first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've...
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as...
He lost one down the sideline. Makes a catch down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Sends it back in motion. Smith wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. Thomas back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Mahoney. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint,
Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine, but we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. It's not enough.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Vincent. There he goes. Hard running there. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. The run from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might end. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. The inside handoff. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Offense changing the play. On the snap, it's Vincent. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton